What's going on, guys? I got a show for you today. I'm going to bring on today's guest in a moment. And here is the thing. This guest is going to be super awesome. Oh, wait, look, you guys get to see a little bit behind the scenes of what's going on because I figured a way out to kind of use OBS similar to the way I would use StreamYards. But anyway, that's another thing. So guys, this person coming on today is one of the hottest, youngest acquisitions in the Stadia Bass Community Network history. Guys, when we signed this guy, I knew that he was going to take us from here to here. So I'm going to bring to you, wait. First of all, can you guys take a guess? Can I have a guess? Stadia Pro said his face is no longer numb, thank God. It was your face numb because you were trying to figure out who was tonight's guest on the spotlight. That's what I want to know. Anyway, guys, without further ado, I'm gonna. Oh wait, wow, Ray, you're a funny guy. He says you're mama. Without further ado, I'm gonna bring out none other than the guy that all of the ladies go crazy for. And all of the guys want to be, and no, it's not Raging Jacob. Take another guess, Ray. Guys, I'll let you get one more guess, and then we got to start the show. Come on, let's hear it. One more guess. Oh, we got some people jumping in. Guys, tonight's show is another episode of Ray, Ryzak was my guest last week. How the heck would he be a guest again today? 2 times on the show. No. Stadia Pro Alex was already a guest. I only have a guest once. You guys must not pay attention to the guest. So with that said, I'm just going to pop him on right now. None other than the man. Oh, Stadia Pro said he know. Okay, cool. Well, none other than the man, the myth, the legend, the superstar, none other than the king. King Ejahmix.
Yo, what's good? What's up? What's up?
What's going on, man? E, I am so happy to have you here to bless me with your presence, brother.
Yeah, man. No problem. I'm not gonna lie. I was waiting on my invite. I'm like, you got Eli on here, you got Ryzak. I'm like, man, there's no way.
I got bum what's his name? What's that kid named? Eli. That bum was on here. So you know you had to get on here. Yeah, man, listen.
Yeah, man.
I was gonna get you on here, man. You know? And I'm happy that you're here now.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna chop this thing up. Now, you know one story I'm gonna ask you to tell, right?
Okay.
Because
all right.
Because a lot of people probably didn't hear this story, but I want to give you praise, man, on how cool of a guy you are. I remember watching your streams, and I was like, man, the Ejahmix dude, I was probably saying your name wrong back then, but I was like, I like the dude. And I remember just watching one of your streams, you're like, yo, it's my birthday. I don't know. I'm just going to see if I can stay up until 12 midnight. I'm like, I'm riding with this dude. And it was cool ever since. And your birthday is what? November what?
30th.
November 30th. So that was pretty cool. Then we became Stadia. Stadia. Darn it! I wanted to say, man. Then we became GSN brothers. Well, Stadia Source brothers, because that was first, you know. So it's been cool. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop talking. But let me ask you some questions first, and then I'm gonna let you just do your thing. First, let me look at the chat. Yep. Ray said the king. And Stadia Pro said he is a handsome man. Yes, he is, damn it. So tell us a little bit about you and gaming first. I want to start off there, man.
All right. So I guess my history with gaming, I mean, it has to start with, you know, a little bit of like, you know, nostalgia with arcade boxes. Now, like I didn't grow up on arcade boxes, but I mean, I always remember, you know, going to the YMCA and playing Galaga in the arcade machine. Like that was like my first, I want to say one of my first real experiences, like really knowing that I enjoy playing video games. And a little bit of that. And then you have like, you know, my older cousin, right? I haven't, you know, talked too much about, you know, my cousin really, but my cousin, he was big, like into gaming a little bit, not so much now, but he was big into it. Like he had, you know, all the PlayStations, had the Game Boys, the the Nintendo DS's, like everything, right? So I used to like go over to his house, and this is like prior to me really knowing what was going on. I was like 4 or 5,
Right,
6,
right.
whatever, but he'd have everything, so I'd play like SpongeBob on like his Game Boy and like a whole bunch of wild games like that he had. So like there's a little bit of that, but I mean, as far as like getting into the whole Stadia thing, I that was my early stage, playing Galaga and then playing
Okay.
like Nintendo and all that stuff, and then going to Stadia. Like I took a break for a while. Like other than that, like I played like card games. Like I really enjoy playing card games.
Mm-hmm.
So like I played card games, and other than that, I took a break. And then some time goes by. I'm not gonna lie, I got distracted by school and girls. Like I'm not gonna lie, I
Well,
was growing up, girls. I was like, I was starting to like girls and stuff, and didn't play as many games. Um, and then Stadia comes up, and I'm like, okay, yeah, there's something there. I really like technology, so seeing the innovation in it really got
yeah.
me into it. And then seeing what they were doing, but mainly the YouTube side of it got me really interested. Because I've always wanted to do YouTube in some form or
Mm-hmm.
fashion. My best friend Ricky, we used to play games on his Xbox or whatever. When I used to go over there, we used to play like Outlast and Brawlhalla, like crazy weird
Yeah.
games or whatever that we used to play. But yeah, man, that's kind of my history. And then got into Stadia, and it kind of just
So,
reinvigorated my fire and my love for
well,
gaming.
what got you in Stadia though? Like, did you see? Like, what things came together in your mind and said, "I think I want to be a part of this."
Has to be the YouTube side. Like,
Okay.
of course, everybody's story started, pretty much the same with the whole Stadia thing. We all saw Phil Harrison walk across the stage talking about teraflops and all that stuff. And, that was interesting to me. But, the YouTube side, like I've always wanted to, in some form or fashion, going back to my friend Ricky, we always used to, I guess, fantasize or talk about, yeah, we want to be like, I don't know if you heard of this guy, but Corey Kenshin. And I know you definitely heard of Dashi.
Yeah.
Dashi was the guy that did the Google ad. But all those different YouTube, gamers and all those people in the space, and we always wanted to do it, right? So, the YouTube side of it really got me into it, because I was like, well, when some years back, if you wanted to get into YouTube and game on YouTube, you needed like the capture card and all those different things. It took a
Right.
lot to the barrier to entry was a lot higher than it is now.
Right.
So seeing like the YouTube application with before, back then we didn't really know, but it was like YouTube streaming now and all those things. Those are the things that really got me into like at some point I knew I wanted to do the whole gaming on YouTube thing, but I think this is the way I can do it. So that's the thing that really caught me. And then after that it's history.
Now, did it, because they had promises of like what I'm curious. And guys, if you have
Mhm.
questions for E, make sure you write the word question or a Q, so that way I could like get to your questions real quick. And you don't mind answering questions, E?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, cool. So let me ask you this: because you said one of the things got you was you wanted to stream, right?
Mhm.
Did part of that be because they was saying that you'll be able to just stream from Stadia to YouTube, or was it like
Yeah.
was that what you're saying? Like,
Yeah, that was like the main thing. Like seeing like all the
got you.
different things, like being able to stream directly from the Stadia service to YouTube. And
Right,
then, I saw like what was the thing they showed? It was like click to play, but how we thought it was gonna be at first, where you
right,
could
right,
you click an ad and then it take you to the game. All those different things
right.
like really got me interested. Like being able to stream and then, have people jump in,
Got
right?
you.
So that was like the biggest thing for me.
Okay, got you. Because I just wanted to break that down. Because yeah,
Hmm.
man, when I heard about that too, I was like, because again, I remember I used to do a show, a talk, not a talk show. I used to do I was a host of a video game show with, like we host tournaments every week, and I was the host.
Hmm.
And dude, the capture cards and all that, it was just like, wow, this thing is
Yeah.
expensive, and it was kind of crazy. But all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you this, and guys, if you got some questions, first of all, well, let me little
No,
housekeeping real quick. Let me just say what's up to the people. So Ray was in the building, Stadia Pros in the building, Ryzak's in the building. Let's see. We got Back Pixie is in the building. He said Galaga. Wow. Ryzak
yeah.
said your best friend Ryzak, my guy. Let's see.
Yeah, what's up?
Let's see. And remember, if you guys got Back Pixie said, Ray, are you on team JMG? So I don't know if you noticed, but Back Pixie created the world's first Stadia esports team.
Really?
And your boy is one of the people. Yeah, so
What?
the
Yeah,
world's
I didn't
first
even
Stadia,
know.
you gotta see the video, man.
Oh
It's cool.
wow.
He put the video together with all of us on
Okay.
there. So we made history. So Jeff now created his team, but the game is gonna be for Killer Queen Black. So Jeff made his
Okay.
team and he's trying to put together people to be on his team. But sorry, Jeff, you're the second world's uh Stadia esports team. So
Yo,
yeah,
that's
we kind of
mad
made
interesting.
history yesterday or 2 days ago, which was kind of awesome. But so that's what they're talking about in the comments because
That's
Ray
cool.
was invited to be on Jeff's team. Um, have you played Killer Queen Black?
No, I haven't. I've
Okay,
seen some gameplay. Like I knew there was an esports scene for that game. So
right.
it looks pretty interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Ray told me, Ray said, bro, you're gonna like this game. And I was like, I hear people talking about it, but I never got a chance to like Stadia Dad was doing a video. He had the developers in there, and I was listening, but I was busy, so I didn't really get to check it out. And when I finally got
Hmm.
to check it out, was when Ray actually won it as a gift on Jeff's stream, and he gave it to me. So because he already had it, and I got to check it out. And man, it's dude, it's like intense. It feels like a sport, but kind of hack and slash. Like you got different,
Okay.
like somebody could pick the queen, right? Which like you fly around with
Hmm.
a sword pretty much. And your job is to like kill other people, but if you kill their queen 3 times, you win the round. Now, somebody could pick the little character that grab these berries and throw them inside of these things. If you fill them all up, that's a way to win. Somebody could jump on the snail and move real slow, and then they queen could kill you and knock you off. But then you come back and try to jump back on the snail, but stop their person from jumping. It sounds like a lot's going on, but it's so
Okay.
epic. Like I can't say how
So it's
cool
like
this game is. It's
a
like a
new a
sport.
new rendition of chess. You
Yes.
got the queen that you got to protect the
Yep.
queen. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That's cool.
It's kind of like chess. So anyway, that's what they're talking
Hmm.
about. But let's see. So we got a question. Oh my God, not Ryzak. All right. Well, let me go to Bat Pixie question first. He said, "You enjoy streaming. Why did you choose YouTube ever over Twitch?" Ooh, that's good.
Ooh. Okay. So I kind of did both. I mean, so last year, right? That's when I really started being consistent and really jumping into the whole YouTube thing. So I started with YouTube. And the reason I didn't do Twitch was I had done Twitch in the past in like a smaller form. So I mentioned, I like playing card games, right? So I used to play this game called Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. It's a mobile card game. I used to play that on Twitch some years back. I think I was like a freshman or whatever when I tried to do it. So I had some experience with Twitch, and my whole thing was just getting, seen. That was the hardest thing. The hardest thing
Mhm.
about Twitch, I always say, is like getting seen, right? Um, YouTube, I'd argue, is a little harder because YouTube doesn't really have a specific gaming space.
Correct.
I mean, it does, but not really,
Right.
right? But I mean, I'd already had experience and I knew how it was. So I was like, let's try YouTube, right? I already knew. And on top of that, also the mentality, Stadia is Google, YouTube, that whole integration there. So it's like, you got to kind of, at some point work with the system, right? So I was like, yeah, let's just start with YouTube. But on top of that, going back to card games, there was this card game that came out last year. And simultaneously, where I was doing the whole Stadia thing, like, my first playthrough was Guilt. I played Guilt on YouTube, but simultaneously on Twitch, I played this card game on Twitch and got a decent audience. And I was able to, grow my Discord server through Twitch. So I think both are viable. It's just, you have to know how to navigate both. But yeah, that's kind of I didn't really, choose between the two. I think now I've chosen
Right.
YouTube because just now I have, I get my audience is more on YouTube. Like I have a greater audience than I have
Right.
on Twitch. Like, not a lot of people are gonna, come to my Twitch streams. I actually tried to, kind of try Twitch again earlier this year, but it just didn't work out. I get, more views and viewers, on
Yeah.
YouTube naturally because I've been more consistent on that. So that's kind of, the answer to that.
That's cool, man. That's
Yeah.
really cool. I know what you're saying because I streamed on Twitch for 2 years before I streamed
Hmm.
on YouTube. And when I decided to just let me just try and see what happens if I stream on YouTube, it was pretty cool because I already had a YouTube channel. And it was like, but I did like, all everything else but gaming pretty much on YouTube. So then as soon as
Hmm.
I was like, let me test the waters, I had people who watch treadmill videos like, dude, I don't know anything about gaming, but your treadmill video was cool. And I had people like, oh, I
Hmm.
seen your one video. And then next you know, they started watching me and I was like, this makes more sense because I already got an audience here, even though it wasn't gaming. But and it just seems like
Yeah.
in Stadia, man, it's literally like a built community of people that just want to be a part of things. It's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so now let's go to Ryzak question. He said, "When are you starting?" Oh, it moved. He said, "When are you starting late nights with Ejahmix?"
Late nights with Ejahmix. Okay. Uh,
he,
okay.
he wants this bad.
I know. We always talk about it. I'll say I'm not gonna commit to it yet, but it's on the list. It's on the list of things. Just we got to talk about the nature of the games that we play on late nights with Ejahmix, because we called it, we coined it late nights, and we also coined it after hours. After hours it was Saints Row. Saints Row, was a game we played. So, if I have to give you a date, as soon as GTA 5 comes over, we can call it after hours with Ejahmix. So GTA 5 comes to Stadia, guaranteed. But I might roll it out before then. Yeah.
Okay. Stadia Pro said, question: how do you feel after streaming after doing it for a grip?
What was the question?
Stadia Pro said, how do you feel about streaming after doing it for a grip?
A grip? Okay. I'm gonna assume that's like a moment, right? Or some time.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel pretty good about it. I mean, I've when I first started, I was like, I got to give this at least 6 months. I was like, I really want to give a good attempt at this whole YouTube and streaming thing. Let's give it at least 6 months. I think that's a good amount of time to see, if I'm any real good at it,
Right.
if I enjoy it. And that was my big thing. So now that I've done it for a while, it's like, yeah, I really enjoy it. It's been a year, and I knew from the start, like, I mentioned, my first playthrough was Guilt. Dude, that entire playthrough, and I was also kind of working out the whole Twitter thing and trying to learn the whole social media aspect. Throughout that entire playthrough, like, I would get on Twitter and at Guilt the Game and the Tequila Works Twitter pages. Now I realize you probably shouldn't at them so much because they get all those notifications. It's a little annoying, I know. But I did that the entire playthrough. Tidbit about that playthrough that was really special. At the end of it, when I completed that game, 100%ed it, the voice actor for Sally, Dora Dolphin, she commented on that last video. And she was like, great gameplay, something simple, but it meant the world to me. And it's like, that gave me, I think part of that was like what gave me the fuel and the drive to keep going and keep doing it. Because, once you get to that point of, how many people can say that on their first playthrough, the devs were paying attention, not a lot, but, I think that's really what gave me the fuel. So after that, I mean, I feel pretty good about it. I really enjoy doing it, and it's, got me to a pretty good spot now. So I'm ready to keep going.
Now, we got a dumb question, so I'll just read it. Ray said, why is your big brother Cowboy a bum? Anyway, he has never beat me in anything so far. I think the Stadia community has been keeping a tally, and Ray has never.
That was Ray? All right, man. I don't know. I hate how he does me in Power Rangers and in Mortal Kombat. At some point, man.
I didn't bring it up, so you brought it up. Squid said, first game played.
Ooh. First game, man. That's tough, man. I don't know. I really don't know. When you play so many games, like, they all get kind of meddled. If I had to give a good guess, probably like something on the Game Boy. Probably something on the Game Boy. I don't know what it would be. It'd probably be like that SpongeBob game, or it's like Danny Phantom, like some weird Nickelodeon Game Boy game was probably my first game. But I know the earliest game that I remember, besides those that I just remember really enjoying, besides the Galaga, because that was another big thing, was probably like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm or something on the PlayStation. That's probably the one I remember and I really liked. So yeah.
Nice. Now you guys got to check out Project Storm just jumped in the building, man, to come check out King Ejahmix. So that's pretty cool.
What's up, Storm?
That's super awesome. Oh my God, not Ray. All right, Ray said, Ejahmix, did you know your hairdo looks like Anthony's mama here under her, armpits? This guy, man, he keeps it up. Let me ask you this, E. I always throw this out there. Who's your favorite Stadia Bash Community Network member?
Oh, you trapping me,
putting
man.
You on the spot.
You trying to trap me?
This question, man. I ask everybody this.
There's this guy. He they call him the King. His name's Ejahmix. There you go. I mean, that's the easy answer, the cop out. Shoot, I don't know, man. I think it has to be between you and Ray.
Oh.
My top.
You gotta pick, bro. If a gun,
I'm not gonna say which one's better.
If a gun was to your head,
yeah,
I don't care. You can say Ray. You know how many people have picked Ray over me?
No, man, it's genuinely between you and Ray, man. I can't really choose, man. Y'all are like peanut butter and jelly, man. Y'all go together, man.
I can't get away from him, man. I try to get away from him, but it's like
Yeah,
my
man.
whole Stadia career is gonna be tied to Ray.
Yeah, man. Forever.
It's crazy. And Ray and Ray don't have a show together. Did you know that? We do Stadia Hype, which is me, Ray, and Will. But me and Ray has never actually been on stream with just us two ever. How crazy is that,
Yeah,
right?
man. I mean, that sounds like a plan, man. That sounds like
Sounds like a
a
plan.
future show, man.
I said to him, I said, bro, my next time I do content, it got to be with you. He was like, oh no. But now here's something you don't know, E. Do you know? Hold on, I gotta see this. All right, I don't need to see it. What was Ryzak the last week, or was it Alex? I can't remember. But when Ryzak was a guest, and I asked him, "Who's your favorite Stadia Bash Community Network member?" Bro, he said you.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And I was wondering if you seen that episode
How?
or if you knew. So you're
No,
gonna
I
have
didn't see.
to. I'll have
I
to
didn't even
find
know.
the clip and send it to you. But yeah, he said you, and it was really cool, man. He gave a lot of reasons why he thought you was his favorite, and that was really cool.
Yo,
I
thanks,
had a
Rice. Like, I
feeling you
appreciate.
didn't
I didn't
know
even
that.
see that, man. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, and that's why I like asking some of this stuff because it kind of make people have to pick, but it's cool because sometimes you're like, oh wow, I had no clue. I was like, oh, that's cool. He's like, yeah, man, Ejahmix is
Yeah.
a cool dude. Like I just see a lot in him. Like he's just great. He's so smooth when he's talking. I was like, yo, that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yo,
So
big ups to Rise. Like, I didn't even know, man. I totally missed it.
yeah,
I would have sent you a text or something. I didn't even know.
yeah. So that made me feel good that I was able to tell you that. All right, let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see. Questions. All right. Back Pixie said, what game would you like to see in the upcoming Stadia Bash Community Network tournament? Now, hold on.
Ooh.
Did you hear about the tournament?
Yeah, I heard about the tournament. I know. Came up on my Twitter feed.
Okay.
Hold
on.
What
you heard about
game?
the grand
Okay.
prize of the tournament?
Yeah, I heard, yeah. I'm entering. I have to enter, man.
All right.
You know I'm doing it. You know I'm doing it.
Gotcha.
I'm thinking. Game that I'd like to see. I gotta pick a game that you can't beat me in. That's any game that you can't beat me in.
Well, here's the thing, though. So it's going to be 4 games, and each game is going to have $100 prize. But the way he's going to do it is it's going to be like a ranking system. So it's going to be 4 games, and he's going to take your top 3 scores and put them together, and that's how we're going to figure out who's the grand champion. Which is
if it
cool
works like that, then okay, it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I mean, I really want to say Mortal Kombat.
Cool.
But I gotta put some time. I gotta get back in the lab. Get back in the lab and start training again.
Me too.
Yeah, I really want to say Mortal Kombat. So probably Mortal Kombat. If not that, I mean, if there was like a team game, I'd be interested in seeing some more PUBG players. Like, PUBG is one of those games that's on the platform, and it's what we want. Like, it's the game that we want in the sense of like we want a Fortnite and a Call of Duty Warzone. But there's not a lot of people that play it on Stadia, honestly. So I want to see more PUBG players. Not for me, but just in general, just to see if there was some there.
You know who plays that the most? Clive. I actually got to play with him the other day, but he loves some Ejahmix, and I say Ejahmix. He loves some PUBG, and Project Storm as well. They actually won a couple games together, doing duos.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Ejahmix is E-H. Spell it for me. Ejahmix.
Oh, Ejahmix.
I messed that up. All right, Ejah. All right, cool. So guys, I had literally just changed. Hold on, Ejahmix.
Yeah.
Cool. So I just changed the. So what I do is when I first have a guest on here, I put question marks, and then when the guest comes on, I switch it. All right. So now people will see that you are the guest, today's guest. All right. So next, let's see. All right, so Project Storm said, Ejahmix, you have been hustling for a while now, bro. Much respect.
Thank you, man. I'm trying, man.
And Ryzak said, Ejahmix, you are an incredible, bright, well-spoken, and entertaining young man. You are going to go far in life, my friend, and I am excited to see what you do next. Love your positive vibes, my dude. Yeah, man.
Yeah, thank you, Ryzak. Man, Ryzak, we got to talk, man. We got to talk more.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Appreciate you.
Spectre is in the building. Said, congratulations, E. Let's see. All right, Ejahmix. We're at the halfway mark. And you got to tell the story, bro.
Okay.
I was on Ejahmix stream one night, and I heard the craziest story I ever heard, and I always mess with him. So if you're not too embarrassed, but can you please
Okay.
tell the story? Because it is
Okay.
one everyone has to hear and be like, he's not serious, but he's serious.
Okay. So
All right, let's hear it.
one fact about me, okay? I have pollen allergies, okay? Pollen season comes around, I hate it. I absolutely loathe pollen season because my eyes get all puffy and all, itchy, and I'm sneezing a lot, all types of stuff, right? So one year, this is when I lived in Atlanta, right? One year in Atlanta, the
Hold on.
pollen
So
was
around
so
how
bad.
old you think you were? Let's give us some
I was
context.
like, I was like 7 probably. I was like,
All right.
no, maybe early, like older than that. Probably like, no, I was in 3rd grade, so I'd probably be like what, 8, 9, something like that, maybe 10. I don't know, maybe not 10. I don't know, something around there. But I was like in 3rd grade or so. So I'm in Atlanta, right? This is when I lived there. And the pollen that year was so bad. It was bad. It was like pollen all over the cars,
Right.
all over the streets. And it was a lot of trees around our house at the time. So it would fall down all over the doorknob. You touch the doorknob, your hand would get coated in, caked in pollen. It was that bad. So, one year it got so bad that my eyes, got swollen shut. I woke up, eyes swollen shut, can't see. I'm crying and whining. I'm like, I can't see. It was real bad. And my mom, I guess she went on it. I don't know. She looked it up, saw, a friend told her, I don't know. But
All right, pause,
she
pause,
came with
pause, pause. Guys, hold on. Stay tuned to that story. You got to hear what he says next. If you haven't heard this story, take a guess on what he says next. If you heard the story, you can't ruin it, okay? Do not ruin the story, but take a guess what he says next.
They won't get it.
As you guys are guessing, I am going to go through the chat. Let's see.
They
Ray
won't get
said,
it.
Ryzek said, surprising since Ray is only in the next room. Funny guy. Let's see. Ray said, Rock. Oh, Rock's in the building. What's up, Rock? Let's see. Bat Pixie said, first time actually seeing you live, but I'm interested in learning more about your channel and content. Let's see.
Thanks, man.
Ray said, Ryzek, I'm at Holiday Inn with Anthony's mom. Why did I read that? Why did I set myself up? All right, let's see. Ray said, Ejahmix is amazing, and I love his positivity when he streams. Let's
Appreciate
see.
you, man.
All right, question. Eli, the troll of the SBCN. He said, who is Ejahmix's favorite lad? Oh, so he copped out and said me and Ray. But by the end of the stream, we want a definitive answer.
Okay.
Well, what I will say is, does Ray ever have you on any of his shows? I just threw it out there. I don't know. I don't even know the answer to that. I just,
Fair.
And then Ejahmix said, Ejahmix. Wow. Eli said, will Ejahmix beat Cowboy and Power Rangers? Oh, this guy starting trouble.
I came close. One time.
Yeah.
Came close.
All right. So story time with Ejahmix. So again, guys, his eyes was getting puffy. He had all this, the pollen, his allergies, and then your mom was looking up remedies, and then what?
So she looks up these different things, and she says, okay, P is probably gonna work. Literally her words, P is probably gonna work. I remember she's like, P is probably gonna work. You gotta put some P in your eye, okay? And then it's gonna break it up and you're gonna be able to see.
E. P as in urine. Are we talking about urine?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Urine. So that's what she says, and I don't even remember my reaction. I was probably like, "What?" But basically, I had to pee in a cup. Okay, had to pee in a cup. It wasn't anybody else's pee. That'd be disgusting, right? So I had to pee in a cup, and I took a paper. No, what was it? I think we used a paper towel. Yeah, we took a paper towel. We had to dip it in the pee and all that stuff. Get it soaked up. And I remember laying back, and then I had to wipe the pee all over my eyes. Oh, it was disgusting. It was so bad. Oh, it was so bad. I smelt it. I was like, oh gosh, it was. I had to wipe the pee all over my eyes. I mean, hey, it's the wildest thing ever, but it worked. It worked. I could see. It was the pollen broke up around my eyes. I could finally see. I mean, it worked, but it was disgusting.
Hey, man, is this a true story?
Yes, it's crazy, man.
When you first listen, I don't even know what. So when you usually stream, I'm driving in my car. So before I got off at 5, right? So I was driving, listening to the story. The first time you told it, I'm like, no. I'm trying to drive and write you like, bro, this is not. And so I trolled a couple times, but it's cool to have you on here. This episode is dedicated all to you. Stadia Bash Community Network. Spotlight is on Ejahmix, and I just had to have you tell that story, man.
Yeah, man.
Personally
Oh,
on the
man.
Spotlight.
It was bad, man. It was bad. It works though. I mean, I haven't had to do it since. It hasn't gotten that. At least I know if if my kids have pollen allergies, we'll pass it. We'll pass it down, man.
Yeah,
Pass
yeah,
the
he's
ritual
right.
down.
He said my kids have pollen allergies. I'm gonna pass it down. So Chariot Man Gaming in the building. He said, "What's up to both of us?" And what's up to the chat? Chariot Man said, "Oh, that's insane." Project is laughing. Ray is crying, and he threw up. Project Thor said, "I would have done it too if it worked."
Yeah, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. It was bad.
Oh man. All right. So listen, let me ask you this. Let me switch gears a little bit. How did you get connected with Stadia Source?
Oh man. Okay. So I think it was a culmination of things, right? It was like around that time. This is when this is my innovation. In this past year, like at the beginning, I was just kind of trying things, trying to figure things out. Like in fall last year, that's when I was like really trying to improve my content, improve my streams, make them look a lot better. Everything, just trying to get everything to look better. This is when I start, using thumbnails a lot more, things like that. Editing. This is my innovation phase. This is when I was trying to, really optimize things. And around this time, this is when I started to understand the whole Twitter thing and trying to work Twitter and YouTube and kind of work them together so I could grow. And so this is when around that time, and I want to say the first I guess steps to up to that was around the time when Avery used to do the community playgrounds. So I remember one time, he tweeted out, he's like, if there's any content creators out there, I'm doing a stream on Sundays, and I was like, well, I kind of want to get into that, right? So I came on. I'm not gonna lie, I was super timid. If you go back and watch the stream, I was super timid. I was trying to make sure I made a good impression, things like that. And I wasn't thinking I was gonna get invited to be a part of the team. I just wanted to make sure that I try to make sure I give a good impression in any situation, right? So I was a lot more timid in those streams, but that was the first steps. And even before then, actually go back real quick. Let's skip back real quick. The thing that the catalyst I think that got me into making Stadia content was the first Stadia Super Saturday. So it goes even further back, right? That was the catalyst, and seeing that event go down, I was like, yeah, I got to figure out how to do this content thing. I got into the Mortal Kombat tournament, with Club Stadia, Brian. I was into it. I really wanted to figure out how to do Stadia content after that, right? So it goes further back, but then jumping back forward in time. Around that time, Avery was inviting content creators to do things like that on his, community playground. So came on there a couple of times. And then it was a little bit of that, I was, interacting more in the community and stuff like that with other content creators, just people. And then also around that time, I met you, and, I used to come on to your, I think we did it twice, your, pro game months, or the pro game streams you used to do.
Yeah.
I don't know if you still do them.
Yeah, I do it. Yeah, the first of every month. The community, the Stadia pro games community first look.
Yeah. So I came on there a couple times. That's when we first started, met and started talking, and it was just a mix of all that. I think that led up to eventually Avery, sent me a text on Twitter. Probably like a few weeks before, the official announcement came out that they were looking for more streamers, and he's like, I think you'd be a good fit. I've seen a couple of your streams and stuff like that. I think you could come on, you get a weekly slot, you'd be one of the streamers for the, Stadia Source. And at first I was like, it's kind of crazy. Okay, yeah, sure, let's do it. Why not? So, I was like, yeah, I'll be interested in. And then he's like, okay, I'll send you the application. When it's time, when we finish and all that stuff. So he sends it to me, I fill it out and all that stuff. You have to send in 3 different forms of content. You got to send in a stream, and I sent in a video and one of the edited videos I did, things like that. And then after that, he's like, yeah, you're a part of the team now. And I mean, it's kind of history from there.
Right.
You guys know everything else. I joined, got announced on the roundtable, and then started streaming every Friday for the hotspot. So
every Friday,
it's pretty much
5
a
p.m.
mix
Eastern.
of everything.
What time zone are you in?
Eastern time zone. So
okay, cool. Yep, it's 5 p.m. Eastern. Yep. So guys, make sure you check him out.
Yeah. So yeah, man.
So hold up,
Pretty
let me
much
see if I
everything.
got any questions. If anybody okay, so let's see. Eli said, what is the thing I am hearing about the Young Guns show? I don't know anything
Young
about
Guns.
that.
Okay, man. Young Guns. Okay, so Young Guns is like a code name right now.
Hold on.
Okay.
Should you tell, or because Young Guns are gonna debut this Monday. So do you want to just let us all wait, or you want to talk about it?
I think we can talk about a couple things, some
Okay, go
some
ahead.
small things.
This is cool.
Okay, a
This
little
is the first time
background.
I'm gonna hear
Okay,
something.
yeah. So Young Guns is like a code name right now. Okay, just keep it a buck. Young Guns is a code name. Okay, Young Guns is going to be a show that's going to be debuting. More than likely on Monday. More than likely, that's what we're looking at. So we're getting things ready, geared up. It kind of was born from Ray. He streamed one time. Probably in the last like pretty much this month. He streamed and he was talking about the young guns of the SBCN, which is me, Eli, Levi. You guys know him. You see him in chat. And Ariel, aka Legend 21. So he was talking. He was talking about us, and then Eli he reached out to me and Ariel about possibly doing a show. So that's kind of the background and history of this thing. It's coming soon. If not, it's probably gonna be Monday, more than likely. We're looking at it, but it's gonna be a
So
show with me, Ariel, and Eli.
okay, how does Pablo Penguin get involved? Because he actually contacted me and asked me could I make that slot available for the Young Guns.
So I'm not sure. I think he just
Okay,
I'm not sure
all right,
exactly.
cool.
Yeah.
So I got another question, but before I go to this question, I'm going to ask you a question. Tell us about you joining the SBCN.
Oh man. Okay. That was I'm not gonna lie. That was out of nowhere. I saw. Wait. I'm trying to think. Let's go back. I knew about the SPCN event, but I don't think I could do it at the time
Mhm.
because I think I was like, neck deep in schoolwork and all that stuff. It was busy around that time. So I couldn't join the SPCN that initial January event, even though I really wanted to.
Mhm.
But some time goes by. Oh shoot, my phone just rang. Hold up. Yeah, okay. Anyway, some time goes by. Um, and I want to say, did I see a tweet? I think I saw a tweet about the SPCN. And I want to say I reached out to you or Ray. I think it was you,
No,
right?
I'm pretty
No,
sure I
it was.
asked you and you was
Did
busy.
you
You
ask
was
me?
like, you'll let me know. And then time went by. I was like, bro, let me know, man, if you know. And then you was like, yo, yeah, because you and me did this what happened. Um, we did the Black History Month thing. The Black History Month thing happened, and you
Oh
hit me
yeah,
up and was like, you
yeah.
know what, yo, like I really thought the Black History Month thing was pretty cool. And it made me realize that, I actually I want to join the SBCN.
Yo, I totally forgot about that quick.
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah.
about that. Yeah, the Black History. Yeah, so that was a catalyst. Yeah, that was a catalyst. See, you remind me. I forgot we even did that. But yeah, right
Yeah.
after that, I was like, yeah, I think I could figure something out. Because I
Yeah.
want to say before that we had talked about it about me
Yeah.
possibly joining, and then that happened. I was like,
Yep.
okay, let's see if I can figure this out, and I was able to. There you go. You got the story. You know it. You know it better than me.
Hey, I just want the people to hear it. Listen,
Yeah.
look, dude. I always thought you was pretty cool. Even
Yeah,
way
man.
before when your birthday was way back in November, and I was on your birthday
Uh-huh.
stream. It hit midnight. It was your birthday, and I just thought that was way before we even ever thought of a SBCN. But I knew when the SBCN became like an actual thing. Like I obviously wanted you to be a
Mm-hmm.
part of it when it was just a bash. But when it became a thing, I'm like, oh man, Ejahmix would be cool. And so it's just cool. Now, what I think is the dynamics is cool is that you like me, but not even though I'm not in the Stadia source anymore, but you show that we could do both things because we're just all doing Stadia. So it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. You're literally that person bridging, is that if anybody think like, oh, like yeah, we're all competitive by nature, but at the same time we all love Stadia and doing Stadia. So why can't we do everything? So
Yeah.
let's see. Back Pixie had a question. Oh, Rock has a question. Well, Rock, what's your question, man? You just put question with nothing. Back Pixie said question. When and what time do you stream? Also, do you only stream or do you also cover specific themes or topics?
Okay. First question. I don't have a schedule. I mean, I tried to do a schedule before, and I mean, it just because of school and stuff like that. I never really know how much is gonna be on my plate. But I'm looking at developing a schedule pretty soon.
Right.
But I usually stream 2 to 3 times a week. The only two guaranteed streams I can tell you like is SBCN on Thursdays, um, 4 p.m. Eastern, and then on Fridays I don't stream on my channel. I stream on the Gamer Stories Network now, 6 to 7 p.m. on Fridays for the hotspot. Those are the two guaranteed. But usually throughout the week, if I have time, I'll go live. Usually around like 4 p.m. around that time. Anytime I decide to go live on a day. So that was the first question. I think the second question was do I do any other things other than stream? So yeah, I like back in my innovation phase, I like to call it back, last fall, I was really trying a lot of things, editing and stuff like that. So I started doing Stadia news videos, which is something that I did. I don't do it too much now, just simply because I don't have the time. Editing, if you don't know, editing is a lot. Like you have to, especially when it gets to like, when you're trying to make a video and, can break it down to a select amount of time. Because, time, watch time, that used to be a thing. Now it's retention, getting someone to, watch an entire video. So getting, things like that and editing and all that stuff. If you know, you know. But I haven't been able to do it much now. But I want to get back into, now that I have more time. I literally did my finals and I'll be done. I'll be graduating on May 20th. So I'm pretty much done. But now that I have time, should be bringing back some more, different variety videos outside of just streaming. So that's coming back pretty soon.
Would you get back into the card stuff?
Say it again.
Would you get back into the cards? You said you was playing card games.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I did more of that on Twitch, but I mean, if there's anybody that'd be, I've been kind of sticking to Stadia on my YouTube side,
Gotcha.
even when I used to do, play card games and stuff on Twitch. I just kind of kept them separate. But I mean, if there's anybody that would be interested in stuff like that, yeah, for sure. I mean, I've always considered it just to, kind of make everything like, that's why I stopped doing Twitch and YouTube. I want to keep everything on one, channel.
And then so explain to us about the card games. I just wanted to get some detail on that.
So yeah, I mean, my history with card games, essentially, I've been playing card games since I was 10. Like my first card game was Magic the Gathering. If anybody started, that was my first card game, and I've been playing since I was 10. I've played, even in middle school, my band teacher played card games. That same card game and different card games. The chorus teacher. What was funny was when I was in middle school, it felt like everybody played card games. The band teacher, the chorus teacher, the guitar teacher, everybody was doing it. So it influenced all of us. I'd already been playing, but it influenced more people to play. So that was always been a big part of, just me when I was younger, right? But I played since. So I mean, I just play everything. I played MTG and, Vanguard, all types of stuff. But I mean, I'd be definitely open to covering that stuff on my channel.
Well, there's actually a couple people in the Stadia Bash Community Network that like it. Like Will, Stadia Pro, he's big into that. Like, he was trying to help me out. I wonder if you got this game because, they got the Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, that's like
Baldur's Gate 3,
yeah, heavy like into that whole Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, so it's more like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. I haven't been able to get into like board games, stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. So Rock had a question. He said, do he qualify for the Young Guns?
Yo, Rock, if you can, de-age yourself, like, I don't know how old you are, but maybe like, 20 years, 10, 20 years. Yeah, for sure.
So Eli said Rock in heart. You guys are great, man. Let's see. Oh, he said it was not Pablo Penguin. Okay, who was it, Eli? Oh, my bad.
Oh, okay. Eli. It was Eli.
It was Eli.
That's why I was kind of confused. I didn't know who Papa Penguin was.
Head, I was thinking,
like, that's probably
what's funny? I think their thing. So his penguin was blue. Eli's bird was blue. They both start with a P. And I think my head just was like, I was just like, usually people hit me up. Hey, could I switch my time? Hey, we want to do this, do that. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. All right, cool. I'll switch on the schedule now. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. And so, all right.
Yeah, I was a little confused. I was like, maybe he's talking about Eli. I don't know.
Let's see. Ray said Derek is a cannon, but we wasn't talking about him. My bad. I messed that up. Yeah. Bat Picky said Eli. He said editing is tough, and it definitely is. And he said congratulations. Let's see. He said, you're playing Uno. Hey, don't sleep on Uno. I'm an Uno fan.
Everybody plays Uno, man. Yeah. Everybody plays Uno.
But at my house, we got we call it ghetto Uno. We switch you could do stacking, right? So you could do a stacking, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could do a reverse, but if it's a blue reverse, you can cancel it out with a blue card. We do something that nobody else does, as far as I know.
Oh, whoa. Pause. You cancel out a blue reverse with a blue.
Yeah, so I could put a blue reverse, but then cancel it out with a 3, and then go 4 or 5, whatever. I could but the reverse has to go first. You can't put a number out and then a reverse. Then we do what's called bringbacks, right? I'm telling you, play bringbacks is fun. So if you go Uno out, your last card was, let's say, a yellow 2, right? Okay. And the next person after you, right? Uno out, so let's say it's Ray's turn, right? Now you're out. You're done in a regular Uno. But if you did Uno out, you had a yellow 2, and it's Ray's turn, and it was me. Let's say it's 3 people left. Is you, Ray, me. Okay. Uno
Okay.
out. You're done. Ray put a yellow skip, right? Because it's his turn next. Then if it skipped me, that means the next person's turn would have been you. So that brings you back. So if the person next to you, if they're able to add something on top of you and it's get back, like for instance, let's say 5 people was in, you go Uno out, right?
Okay.
And that person here has 3 skips. 1, 2, 3, you're back. Or if that person has a reverse, you put Uno
Yo.
out, blue 3, and he got a blue reverse. Then it goes backwards, then it brings you back. And we do that, and it's real
Yeah, that
challenging
sounds
and
like cheating,
competitive.
dog. That sounds like cheating.
It's crazy, but it's fun.
No, it sounds
Um,
fun, man. It sounds fun.
so guys, we got 5 minutes left. Are there any other questions? Oh, I want to say this because Chariot Man might have said this. Bro, I've seen many people play Resident Evil 7, but you, sir, are my
Yeah.
favorite to watch play Resident Evil 7. No disrespect to all the people that play Resident Evil 7, but if you haven't, watch Ejahmix play Resident Evil 7. Chariot Man said, did you like
Yeah,
that
man.
Resident Evil 7? Or you like
Yeah,
Resident
man.
Evil 7?
I liked it a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, like,
Mhm.
for sure.
And he said editing, Chariot Man said editing is hard. It takes hours. Ryzek said, we've now reached the part of the show where I ask the tough questions. Can I take you to your first strip club?
Man, he's
Ryzek.
pushing this after hours, man. He's pushing it, man.
He is, man.
Yo, you know what? Sure, man. Sure.
Sure.
If we cross paths in some form of fashion, yeah,
That's
man.
it.
If I haven't been to a strip club, for sure, we'll go to the strip club, man.
There you have it, guys. There you have it. Ray said, I'm a Uno cheater. Chariot Man said, I mean, how did you like Resident Evil 7? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun game. Like I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. I mean, I played Outlast. If you know Outlast, you know it's like similar fashion, except you can't fight. You can't
Right.
fight at all. So I played Outlast 1 and 2, and you know that was my background. But I never really played Resident Evil before. But playing 7 and playing it, finishing it, and playing all the DLCs, I like it a lot more than I thought I would, and I'm pretty excited for Resident Evil 8. I'm thinking about getting it. I haven't like I don't have a set in stone yet, but I think
Gotcha.
I think based on the demo on Saturday that's dropping, I'm probably gonna get it. It's a fun
Cool.
game though, yeah.
Nice. Also, Ejahmix, you and anybody else listening is welcome. I will be doing the Community First Look Pro Games this Saturday. So this time it'll be a Saturday. I'll try to pick an earlier time where a lot of people could join in. So just so you know. All right, let's see. Ryzek said, my guy. And Ray said, yo. I guess he's talking about the strip club. Jerry said, "Oh yeah, I got that on the Switch. Outlast. Yeah, Outlast was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I remember when
trip,
PlayStation
man.
4 came out, it was one of the free games when it first came out. He said, I still didn't get Outlast 2. I didn't get that yet either. So, Ejahmix, is there anything else you want to say, brother? You got 3 more minutes. What do you want to tell the people? You know, what's going on? Any plans for the future? What you going to be getting into? Just floor is yours.
I mean, if I had to say anything, man, I guess, you know, thank you for all the support, you know.
Definitely.
Joining the SBCN has been, you know, really cool. I really like what, you know, or love what you guys have been doing with the SBCN. And like seeing all these, you know, there's people who haven't even thought about, you know, making content who are now joining the SBCN and then being able to make make content and get the support. Because that's the hardest thing about starting is getting eyes on you, you know, getting people to watch your content, tune back in. And the SBCN is just naturally, inherently a way, you know, for people to keep coming back because there's a schedule, there's a time slot that you know that person's gonna go live. You really enjoyed, you know, them playing this, you know, one game or whatever, and you want to see what else they do, or you just want to tune in and see, you know, the continuation of that game. You can come back and watch. And I mean, I think that's just it's genius and really dope. You know, I just really like what you guys have done. And then other than that, man, yeah, I think
Well,
I'm
to be honest, we
good.
thank you because if it wasn't people like you and all the other people, it wouldn't even be a need for the SBCN. You know, people love this thing. People are always hitting us up. They want to be a part of it because they see what you guys are doing and what I'm doing and what we're all doing. So, I mean, it's just cool to have a bunch of people under one umbrella and all we want to do is just play Stadia and talk about Stadia. But people watch and say, man, Ejahmix give me the courage to want to do it. This person give me the courage to want to do it. So, you know, the thanks goes to you